Morning everybody, this is Steve, your everyday guy, and if this is your first time to the channel, welcome. If you're coming back, hey, thanks for coming back and watching another one of my videos. In today's video, what we're going to do is we're going to do an unboxing Borderlands Apex 12,000 pound winch. And before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, that way I know you're enjoying this video, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. If you do both those things, it really helps me grow my channel, and I appreciate it. So let's get on into the video.
Product reviews and unboxing brought to you by Everyday Guy.
All right, let's go ahead and cover a few of the basic stats when it comes to this winch before we get into the video. First thing is it is a 12,000 pound winch. That's how much pulling power it has. The other thing is that this is an all-weather winch. It's IP69K or IP68 rated. What that means is it is rated for submersion. And you can also use a power washer, but only up to 1,400 pounds. So if you're going to go over 1,400 pounds on the power washer, do not get up close to it because you can rupture the seals. The other thing you want to know is it does weigh 68 pounds. So when you're mounting this to the front of your vehicle, do keep that in consideration because that's adding more weight to the vehicle. And 100 pounds here, 100 pounds there, you do that 10 times, that's 1,000 pounds. So let's go ahead and let's open up this box. So the very first thing I see here is I see this guide to winching, and so this is if this is the first winch you've ever bought, or it's never hard. It gives you some basic instructions and some safety, so it never hurts. Even if you've been using a winch for a while, go ahead and read up on it. Just make sure you're not going to do anything that'll potentially damage you or your vehicle. Next thing we see here is we're going to see, looks like we have 1, 2 rope protectors, and the way these work is I believe. Put these on the rope and they'll fold right over, and that way the rope can go right inside there. That way if you've got to go up against something that's going to rub, you can help prevent damage to the synthetic line in this. Because this does come with synthetic line, it is a little bit more expensive than the standard steel line, but it is by far a lot safer, and I don't know if you'll get the same longevity or not. I haven't really looked into that. Hey, if you do know, go ahead and leave a comment down there. Let me know, does the synthetic line do you get longer life or less life than you do out of steel braid? Next thing we do is we've got an owner's manual. And then it looks like we've got some cool stickers right here. All right, what kind of goodies do we have here now? Looks like, to start off with, we have 2 little baggies of hardware. I'm sure we're gonna need that to match different stuff. Next thing we're going to do is, it looks like right here we've got this is a power connector for the battery. Next we've got our hook. Go ahead and take this out of the packaging so you guys can see, get you a good up close look at that. 3 high tension 3/8 inch. You'll notice it's very strong here, nice and durable. And it's got, looks like it's got just a standard cotter pin right there that I'm looking at. I do think I prefer cotter pins to tractor pins. That way I just know that it's not going to slip out. Next we've got the remote right here. We'll take this out. And it looks like we actually have a wired connection right there. Move that a little closer. And so this is wired or wireless. That is nice and handy because you get out on the trail or someplace and you get in a bind. You don't want to just find out then that you have a dead battery, and so, oh, looks like you're out of luck. So that takes us to what we have right here. And this is our wired connector that's going to connect to our controller to the winch. Put that aside. Next, I believe this is called a Fairline. I'm not exactly sure. This is my first winch. Nice beefy side. What it does is it helps protect your synthetic rope as it comes out. And the other really cool thing, it says Badlands. I like that. That is going to look very cool on the front of my Jeep. And the last thing here, we've got a little strap here. It says Badlands. Connects right on the front hook. That way it gives you something to grab onto so you're not having to pull on that hook. All right, that is the very first layer. Now let's move on to the second layer. All right, now we have a lot of goodies in here. Where to start? You know what, let's go ahead and let's grab this. What we have here is we have more power connector, more power cables. And it looks like we've also got, let's see if I can show there, we've also got some nice little boots to go over it, so you don't have to worry about anything arcing and sparking. All right. Next thing is we got a little box here. Let's see what is inside this box. Oh, no, this is cool. So inside this box, these are some little screws, and what we have here we have a on-off switch. That's very handy. That way, if you want to have it on to use it, you can, or you can turn it off. That way you don't have to worry about somebody coming by and playing around with the winch on the front of your vehicle. And what we have here is this is your mounting bracket. So you're going to use this to mate the winch to your bumper or wherever you're mounting it. All right, so let's take a look and see what we have here. All right, so this little goodie right here, this is your wiring mounting bracket. And I believe that this helps to mount, or this will mount onto the back of the winch at some point. That way it'll protect yours. There's going to be another video that shows me installing this on the Jeep. This is just the unboxing video. So once I get the installed on the Jeep and get that video posted, I'll be sure and link it, put a link on this one. That way you can see how I installed it on my Jeep as well. All right, looking in here, looks like we have all the goodies out. So the next thing is how do I lift this out of here? All right, that box is empty. All right. Now we have the winch itself in all of its glory. So here once again, some more cable. This looks like the power cable, not the ground cable. It's got a little red in there. And all right. And there's the winch itself. All right, so here, I'm going to put a picture up and show you what this is. This is where the remote connects, as well as the wireless on and off. And of course, we've got our engage and release switch right here. Just rotate that back and forth. Looks like a nice watertight thing. And right there we have it. There's the Apex winch. Since you made it this far, if you haven't liked yet, please do like, because you obviously did like it, and that lets me know that you like it. That way I will make more videos of stuff like this that you do like. Also, don't forget, if you haven't subscribed already, to do that, and leave some comments down. Do you have this winch? Have you used it? Did you like it? Have you not used it? What is the reasons why you would not use it? I'd love to hear from you. And as I said, I'm going to install this later on onto my Jeep, which is here behind me. I'm going to put a video up on that. That way when I do, you can watch that. And as always, this is Steve, your everyday guy. Thanks for watching the video, and we will catch you on the next one.